Alright everyone, so this time we got my nephew's third place Dino deck that he's going to be going over. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. Tell him what was in your main deck.
So first we got 3 soul-eating Oviraptors.
And what does he do?
One of his effects, he can bring out a monster to your hand and then can pop a level 4 monster and then special summon a monster from the graveyard in defense position. Then we got Baby Ceratosaurus. If he is destroyed by a card effect, he can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your deck. Then we got 2 Nephew'S Archaeosaurus.
And is it important to have 2 or would you like to have 1?
Either way. And then his effect, destroy 1 monster in your hand or field. 2, then add double evolution pill to hand. Then we got 2 Scrap Raptors and 1 Scrap Chimera. Scrap Raptor can pop 1 monster on the field, including itself, to bring out Scrap Chimera to your hand, 1 extra normal summon. Then special summon Scrap Chimera to use its effect to bring back Scrap Raptor.
Now the all-important UCT, the boss monster of your deck.
You can banish 2 Dino monsters from your graveyard to get them out. In fact, destroy 1 monster in your hand to flip your opponent off field. Flip your monster's face down in defense position. And when it attacks a defense monster, it inflicts 1,000 damage. Now, Pterodon, if he's destroyed by a card effect, you can bring out a level 4 or higher monster from your deck. Megalo Smash X and Processaurus can make a fusion monster with Ground Xeno. With her, she's basically a hand trap, and almost every deck has her. You should at least run 3, and she can stop people from special summoning from deck, add deck to hand, add 1 card from deck to grave. Then Pankertops, he can special summon if your opponent has more monsters on the field than you do, and then his affected or destroy 1 Dino Wrestler from field, and then he can pop 1 card on the field. Then Giant Rex, if he is banished, he can come back to the field. For the more Dino monsters in the banished area, he gains 200 each. And then we got Xeno. If a card is destroyed by a card effect or destroyed by battle, you can special summon him from hand. Then we got Miscellaneous Ceratosaurus. You can use the effect to send him to graveyard, then banish to bring out 1 level monster to the field, which is Nephew'S. And then we got 2 Kaijus here. You can tribute 1 monster in there on the opponent's side of the field to special summon on their side of the field. We got 2 double evolution pills. You have to banish 1 dinosaur and 1 non-dinosaur from the graveyard or hand to special summon 1 level 7 or higher monster from hand or deck. And then we got 3 Fossil Dig. It's always good to run 3 because if somebody ashes one of them, you could just play the next 2 if you have all 3 and add 1 monster from deck to hand. Then we got 2 Lost Worlds. At least good to have 2 because you can play it and all Dino monsters don't lose any. All non-dinos lose 500, and if 1 gets destroyed, if you have the other one, you can play it. Then we got 2 Ground Xenos. Ground Xeno can get a 1 tuner or non-tuner from deck to your hand, and then you can send it to the graveyard, to the banished pile, and then you can send it to the banished pile. Bring out our fusion monster, Transcendosaurus. We got 2 Book of Eclipse. I personally have it in here to flip my monster's face down, because if I have Conductor out, I will have to discard 1 card to flip my opponent's monster's face down, so I can just do the piercing damage. If I don't destroy any of the monsters, my opponent gets to draw as many cards as monsters with face down. We got 3 Raigekis. It's always good to run 3 because you can destroy all the monsters your opponent controls. And then we got 2 Quaking Mirror Force. Our opponent tries to attack with our monsters. All attack position monsters get face down defense. It cannot change back up for some of you who has gotten them used on them.
Alright, next we're going into his extra deck.
So we got Transcendosaurus. You can only bring him out by Ground Xeno. And if he's destroyed by battle, you can bring him back. Then we got Time Thief. He's good. He can take top card from your opponent's deck and add him for a material. Then we got Timeless. He is good because if you have Conductor out, you can discard 2 materials to use his effect to double your monsters. Then we got Zeus the Sky Thunder. We got Giga Cannon. I opened up from a pack from a local tournament. I add him in. He seemed very useful. And then his first effect, if your Dino Monster destroys a monster, it click 1,000 damage to your opponent's health, and it gains 1,000. Lagia Doka. So we got Link Karibo here, and then if a opponent monster attacks, you can tribute him to change monster to 0.
And what's he used for normally?
From Animadorn.
To get him off the field?
Yeah. Then we got Secured Gardener at stake. You can Secured Gardener. He cannot be leak material, and if a monster declares an attack to him or a different monster, you can negate that attack damage.
Yeah.
And then with Pentastag, any monster that's above or beneath it, it gains piercing damage. Scrap Ravion, he has to be special summon with 2 scrap monsters, which is usually Scrap Chimera and Scrap Raptor. And then with him, you can use effect to destroy 1 card on the field to bring back Scrap Raptor from the graveyard, and then you can pop him on the field. And when a monster is popped, you can bring a monster up to the field, which is usually Scrap Raptor. We got Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn. With Nightmare Phoenix, you have to have 2 different monsters. And then with Nightmare Unicorn, you have to have 2 or more to bring them out for effect monsters. Card is Link Summon. You can discard a card and destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field.
And then Unicorn?
You can discard a card and target 1 monster on the field and return it to deck. And then if the code Link, you can draw 1 card. We got access code Talker. If your opponent's monster card effect cannot be activated, we got Sword Soul Changing. You have to use a tuner and a non-tuner to bring him out. To equal his levels. So basically you can use like 1 non-tuner, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. So basically Raptor.
The easiest way for you to make this, based on what's in your main deck, would be the Xeno Meteors, the tuner one, and any of your level 4s, except Scrap. So I mean, you could use Soul Leading Raptor, Miscellaneous Ceratosaurus if for some reason you summoned them, Giant Rex, or a bunch of level 2s if you had it. And now we'll go on to the side deck.
We got Double Head Keaton Rex. If you have no monster on the field, you can special summon him. You can target 1 monster on the field. If your opponent monster is less attacked than all or your Dino monster on the field, you can go ahead and destroy that. And that's if he's normal or special summon. We got Doragon, the Mad Flame Kaiju. Like the other kaijus, you can tribute 1 of your opponent's monsters, especially in an attack position. Then we got Transcentosaurus. He can be spread out from a card effect, if not destroy 2 other monsters, hand or field. Nope, I have not made these yet. The primal being, at least 5 times, and then if you do tribute many as you can. We got Monster Reborn. I'm pretty sure all of y'all know what it does, but just in case you don't, you can special summon 1 monster from either graveyard. 2 Cosmic Cyclone and a Harpy Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster can destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. With Cosmic Cyclone, you can pay 1,000 life points and then target 1 spell and trap and then banish it. Alright, with Lightning Storm, if you have no face-up cards on the field, you can use 1 of these effects to destroy all face-up attack position or spell and traps. Then we got Time Tearing Morgrate. All of these effects. You cannot activate hand traps, which is a downside, and then you can get 1 extra normal summon, so you can normal summon twice until the end of the game. And then you can draw 2 cards. And then Called by the Graveyard, the last card of my side deck. You can target 1 monster in your opponent's grave and banish it. And if you do, until the end of your next turn, all effects are negated, as well as the activated effects on the field monsters with the same original name.
So how did your matches go?
2 of the matches were pretty awesome. I didn't lose any of them. The third match, I lost pretty dang well because all my stuff got negated and I bricked out pretty hard. And on the first match, it was just too easy because I was just going up against a structure deck.
Yeah, I think he was playing the Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
like the Saga of the Blue Eyes specifically, the one with the Azure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just one copy that he was playing because I also played him later. So I felt bad beating him as well. But
And then second match, second and third, I basically went up a kitty deck with purpley in. And the third one, I lost because it just bricked out. Fourth one was good, but I just slapped him around too much.
you remember what he was playing?
No, but do you know that card, Call of Dragon card?
Yeah. So it was probably the Link Dragon guy, huh?
Not linked. It's,
No.
It was,
No. But that's in basically every Dragon deck. But I think he might have been playing the Dragon Link deck, where a lot of Link monsters and stuff.
It was basically the picture of the guy
Mhm.
with the Call of Dragon guy.
Right.
That guy. Yeah. Those
So maybe
were-
a Blue Eyes type. And he just because you said you slapped him pretty hard, so maybe he didn't get to do anything.
He did bring that one guy up,
Yep.
3,000. He bumped up to 35. He chose a card the same amount of damage. And then he basically took control of my UCT, but then I got back at the end of the turn,
Nice.
started slapping him around.
So if there's anything you would change about this deck, is there anything? Or would you like to keep it as is until the next one at least to see if it continues?
I'll keep it like this until, I don't know, like, see if there's anything I'd like to change about it. Because I pretty well got a whole basically a binder of Dino cards, which I can swap out.
Alright, so that's his third place Dino deck. And he did not know this, but he's getting that playmat underneath for actually getting third. So, yeah. If you guys like the video, just, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's anything you would like to see, let us know in the comments below. Alright, guys. Later.